The lesson of today's gospel is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. The gospel deals with two issues: service and ambition. The apostles James and John represent the ambition side of the story, and Jesus focuses on the importance of service. He tells us service makes us true disciples of his teaching. You know, we all deal with ambition in our lives, whether it is our own ambition and how it affects our life, or the ambition of others and how their ambition impacts those around them. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. How about the politician who seeks political office? Or the business person who climbs the corporate ladder? In our own church, how about a person of faith who seeks a position of ministry? All noble objectives. The key question we need to ask in all these examples is why? Why do they seek? What is their motivation? Why are they pursuing this particular goal? If we can answer the why, we get an insight into the real character of the individual in question. Do they seek recognition, wealth, prestige, power, strictly for themselves? Is it an ego trip? Or do they seek so they can use their position for the greater good of society and those around them? I think we can all agree that there is nothing intrinsically wrong with ambition. Without ambition, there would be no progress, no production, and no improvement. When James and John request seats at the right and left of Jesus, it is obvious that they are caught up in selfishly improving their own status in the group. And their request didn't sit well with their peers. In fact, the other apostles became indignant over their display of ambition. At this point, Jesus turns their request aside and emphatically reinforces the importance of service to others. He tells them, "Whoever might want to become great among you will be your servant, and whoever might want to be the first will be the slave to all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom on behalf of many." In other words, Jesus holds himself out as the ultimate servant, the servant of all mankind. As Christians, we are called through our baptism to be servants. We are called to bring God to others by word and example. Some may be called to service through ordination to the priesthood, the diaconate, or a call to religious life. Others by preaching or teaching the Word of God. Others are called to service through their vocation in the workforce or as husband, wife, or parent. The bottom line is that we need the motivation, the ambition, if you will, to be servants of God in all that we say and do. Jesus tells James and John and us that we need to not only set a moral example, but also make a conscious commitment to be servants to all. Not an easy task. Given our society's value system, the call to be servant may seem contradictory, or perhaps even impossible. It is difficult, and we can't do it alone. We need to remind ourselves, with God, nothing is impossible. So I ask you, as you look forward to a new week, what can you do to serve others this week? To be a better servant, do you need to take more of a leadership role? Or perhaps be more laid back? Do you need to be more loving and patient? Do you need to be more sensitive to the needs of others? Do you have the ambition to serve others? Or are you just interested in what's in it for you? These are tough questions. In the end, each of us has to consider these questions and make our own decisions. The choices are difficult. No question about it. Ambition and service. Something to think about. The way you deal with them could not only be life-changing for you, but inspirational and life-changing to others.